Cracking down on the sidewalk vendors is one step closer to approval. Today, the Community and Neighborhood Services Committee approved amendments to the existing sidewalk vendor ordinance to help close a loophole in it. CBS 8's Abby Black is live to explain the proposal and the mayor's support tonight. Abby?
Jesse, we heard from plenty of folks today up at City Hall in support of this ordinance and the proposed amendments. This includes the Gaslamp Quarter, East Village and Little Italy businesses along with the legal vendors. But there was a lot of noise from the street performers who are adamantly against this proposal. Hot dog vendors who say they have a permit share had they've been attacked by violent vendors.
As a Hispanic person selling hot dogs, it hasn't been easy for me. The interference from these torturous illegal vendors has put my family almost to keys.
Letty Soto and her husband Peter joined the mayor's support for stricter rules on the existing sidewalk vendor ordinance.
But the continuing operation of unpermitted vendors, folks who are not following the law under the regulation, must be addressed. And certainly hiding behind the First Amendment for some of this commercial activity is something that we can clarify.
Last year, the council approved regulations to have tougher enforcement on vendors, but it excluded expressive activities. Some rogue vendors found a loophole and used free speech as a reason to not get a permit or abide by the new rules.
How about everybody else get a permit to talk then? Because you're talking about free speech.
Today, the City Council's Community and Neighborhood Services Committee approved amendments to the existing street vendor ordinance that now includes expressive speech, which means people like jewelry makers, artists, and buskers, those are people who perform for donations, are not exempt.
We're going to lose our livelihood.
The proposal also includes regulations on how loud performances can be, umbrella use, and designating free speech locations. Joe Dreams, who went viral for his street performances when the Padres went to the playoffs last year, says he's tired of being harassed.
The free speech zone is across the street, but across the street is away from all the traffic, and so it's kind of like just being there with the railroad tracks.
The amendments now go to the full council for a vote. We're told that could happen by the end of the year. The Sotos hope that this happens fast.
We can't wait another year. Our business is suffering.
This proposal also gets rid of written and verbal warnings on the first violation. In fact, permitted vendors could face a $100 fine and unpermitted vendors would face a $250 fine. And if it's deemed that it poses a health or safety concern, you could be shut down, and the city, the police, and code enforcement could seize all of your equipment. Jesse?
Now, Abby, we know this has been a topic of debate for quite a bit. So at this point, who is doing the enforcement and what challenges do they face on this?
The police do, and as well as code enforcement. During the mayor's briefing today, we also heard from the police chief on this issue, and he says that these illegal vendors make it extremely difficult to cite them. He says oftentimes they do not cooperate and they will not give their name, so he hopes that these amendments will change their tune.
All right, Abby Black live for us tonight. Abby, thank you.